It's Melody Morita. Thank you for coming to my channel. 皆さんこんにちは、Melody Morita です。チャンネルへ来てくださってありがとうございます。Today's video is going to be my Drugstore foundation routine and my 30,000 subscriber giveaway. I reached this milestone in less than 10 months, so thank you guys so much for subscribing and supporting. This is going to be an international giveaway, and I'm going to talk about it at the end of this video, so please make sure you stay tuned till the very end. Now this video isn't just going to be a regular foundation tutorial. I'm going to be giving you all kinds of tips such as how to make sure your foundation lasts all day through the dancing, sweating, rain, all that kind of stuff without caking or creasing up. And I'm also going to be giving you tips for anti-aging. And this is because how you prepare your skin before your foundation and how you apply your foundation is going to affect how your skin ages over the years.今回のビデオはファンデーションルーティンだけではなく化粧崩れの防ぎ方、そして老化防止の Tips も紹介していきたいと思います。ビデオの一番最後にはインターナショナルギブアウェイもありますのでぜひ最後までご覧ください。So before I get started on the actual foundation routine, I'm going to talk about the skincare part. One of the most important steps to make sure your foundation lasts all day and that you apply foundation correctly is to prep your skin. So in the winter time, I only cleanse my face with water in the morning, and this is because I have dry skin. So if I cleanse my face with soap in the morning and nighttime in the winter time, it can just really dry out my skin even more and just make it feel very tight and patchy, and I just don't like that feeling. But it's a completely different story when it comes to the summertime because sebum production actually doubles compared to the winter. And what this means is that if you don't wash your face with soap in the morning and if you apply foundation right after that, that's going to actually make the foundation oxidize even more, which means that it's going to cause the pores to open up, which can lead to things like blackheads, acne, and all that kind of bad stuff. So it's very, very important that you do cleanse with soap in the morning and nighttime in the summer. Another very important thing is to make sure you cleanse with bubbles. This is because those tiny cleansing foam bubbles are going to really deeply reach into the pores that's going to clean out all the dirt and the oil. So if you haven't seen my Japanese skincare routine tutorial or video, you can watch it by clicking over here. It will open up in a new window. And I did a full demonstration there on how I create those bubbles to make sure I have a nice clean canvas before going to bed or applying any makeup. So especially in the summertime, make sure you do cleanse thoroughly with foam bubbles before you get any kind of makeup on your face. Okay, so I washed my face and all I have on my face right now is my facial moisturizer and sunscreen. Before I get started on the actual demonstration part, I'm going to briefly talk about the two key items I'm going to be using to clarify any questions. So the foundation I'm going to be using is the Rimmel Match Perfection with SPF 18. And this is probably one of my all-time favorite foundations, including drugstore and high-end and Sephora brands because it just took me forever to find a perfect match foundation. This one is supposed to adapt to your own skin color, so if you have trouble finding a foundation that actually matches your skin color, then you can definitely try this out. The only downside is that it doesn't come in a pump, so that was kind of a bummer, but other than that, I don't have anything bad to say about this. And to apply the foundation, I use the Sigma F84 Angled Top Kabuki brush. And this is my holy grail foundation brush, so I'm sure you've seen me use it before, but I prefer using brushes a lot more than hands because one, I don't want any of the oil from the fingertips to transfer onto my face. I know you can clean your fingers, but I just find that using brushes helps with the oil control a lot more. If it works for you, then it's completely fine to use your fingers as long as they are clean because it helps to melt the product into the skin and stuff like that. But I just find that using brushes are better for me, especially in the warmer months, to make sure that I don't get extra oil on my face. And two, sometimes I find that the fingers can move things around, which I don't want, so I just find that using brushes can blend everything out very quickly and easily, which comes in handy when I'm in a rush in the morning. So I just find that this blends everything very flawlessly and gives a nice airbrush finish. So let's get started on the foundation routine. The full product list will be written right below, and I'll also have my other Japanese and American drugstore favorites, recommendations, and alternatives, plus additional information on my blog. I'm going to start off by applying a lip balm. I like using the Nivea A Kiss of Smoothness with SPF since it's hydrating and doesn't have a strong scent. Next, I'm going to apply a moisturizer for the under eye area. This one has a rollerball applicator, so it feels really good and cool when you put it on, and it also helps to keep this area, which is the thinnest layer of skin, to stay nice and moisturized, and it also works well underneath my makeup. Now I'm going to use the Rimmel foundation and F84 brush that I showed you earlier. I first warm up the foundation on the back of my hand so it will blend into the skin easier, and I always like to apply starting from the center of my face like this in a light patting motion. If you have pores on areas like the cheeks, you can use a buffing motion with your brush in one direction, and then go the other way around to fill them in evenly. And since the brush I'm using here is synthetic, it has very delicate bristles, so it works very well with this trick. And lastly, I use what's left to gently blend outwards. Now here's my first special trick to make your makeup last longer. I'm going to use a tissue paper along with a flat top kabuki brush. This is the F80. And I'm going to put the tissue over the bristles like this and hold the end so that the brush is completely covered. As you can see, there are some shiny areas on my face, so I'm going to gently blot that away with this. And the reason why I use a tissue-covered brush is because it's going to prevent you from taking away too much of the foundation. The key to prevent cakey or creasy makeup is to keep the application as light as possible, so after doing this, your foundation should look more like your skin. To locate your dark circles, look down. Like I mentioned earlier, this area is very thin and gets dry easily, so I'm going to be using a moisturizing liquid concealer with a P86 tapered brush. I have bluish under eyes, so I'm going to use a salmon-based concealer by L'Oreal. I picked this concealer up at the drugstore because it's oil-free and has vitamin E and provitamin B5 in it, which nourishes, strengthens, and revitalizes the skin cells. I've talked about this previously in my skincare video, but vitamin E works as a wonderful dark circles treatment, so this concealer will be great at covering and treating the area at the same time. Now this brush right here is a must-have for me, and I absolutely love it because as you can see, you can get right underneath the lower lash line. I find that if this area is dark, my eyes look very sleepy and tired, so I always brighten this area up by concealing. This step is also going to automatically create that little puff on your lower lids that's going to give you a softer eye smile that's very popular in Japan. You can also use this brush for smaller areas like around the nose or for targeting any dark spots. I just like to tap on the spot and gently blend around it to conceal completely. As you can see, it works just like the fingers but without adding extra oil or dragging any foundation that you applied earlier. We're almost done. Now I'm going to use the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder to set everything with the flat top kabuki brush I used earlier. This powder is wonderful with oil control and is made up of minerals, so it's great for sensitive skin. The huge compact was only $4, so I think it's one of the best drugstore powders out there. Finally, the last step is to use a makeup setting spray. First, make sure you spray at least a foot away from your face. Then lift your chin so you can cover your face from top to bottom evenly in one spritz. Lastly, let it air dry and don't touch your face. I highly recommend using makeup setting sprays, especially if you're going to be outdoors because it's going to seal the makeup and keep it looking fresh all day long. So that completes my foundation routine. As you saw, it covered up any kind of unevenness I had on my skin tone without making it look cakey or thick. And you can see that it controlled my oil on the T-zone, but still leaving a little bit of dewiness on the high points of my cheeks for a nice healthy glow. So I'm going to go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back to talk with you about the international giveaway. Okay, so now I'm back with the rest of my makeup on, and I'm going to get into the giveaway. So like I mentioned a little bit earlier, I hit the 30,000 subscriber mark very recently, and I just want to thank every single one of you who are watching my videos and subscribe to my channel. It's just amazing that I get to connect with you guys and talk with you guys and stuff, so I'm just really thankful and wanted to do this little giveaway. So the winner is going to be getting 2 gifts, and both of them are things that I use all the time that I really love myself, so I wanted to personally buy one for you guys as well. So the first one is, ta-da! It's the Sigma Mrs. Bunny Travel Kit. So here are the 4 eye brushes. Then we have the 3 face brushes. This one is actually another favorite of mine. It's a flat foundation brush, and it'll just give a nice lighter application. Now if you have the original size, this is what it looks like. So it's actually a lot smaller, and it's great for travel, but it's also good for just keeping it in your makeup bag for any touch-ups. So I really like to use this one. So this one is my set, which I actually used to show you guys what it looks like and stuff, but this is the one that I haven't opened, which you guys are going to be winning. So as you can see, it's completely new and wrapped, and each of them individually has a little nice brush cover on them, so it's nice and protected. So I'm going to put it back in the container and you will get it in this nice little new box. And then the second gift that you will be winning is my favorite facial foaming net. And the reason why I wanted to include this in this video is because I did talk about it a little bit earlier, and since I'm all about taking care of your skin, I thought that it would be great to put this one in. Cleansing with foam bubbles actually causes much less stress to the skin, so it's very important that you use a foaming net cleanser like this every single day, and I hope you will enjoy it as much as I do. So here are the rules for the giveaway. First, please make sure you are subscribed to this channel, which is youtube.com/MelodeeMarita, and give this video a thumbs up. Then please follow me on Twitter, which is twitter.com/MelodeeMarita, and I'm going to be having a tweet that says the title of this video with the hashtag MelodeeMarita giveaway, so please retweet it. I'm going to be announcing the winner on Twitter, so please make sure you are following me on there. Lastly, please comment down below telling me which country you're from so I know when I select the winner for the giveaway, and also tell me if you have any kind of video requests. If you're under the age of 18, then please make sure you have your parent or guardian's permission. Like I said, this giveaway is international and you can enter as many times as you would like. So that's it for this video. Good luck on the giveaway and I will talk to you soon. Bye!